Okay, I'm gonna give you a real quick, basically the movies that I do have that I want to recommend. This is a TV show, The Office. Probably one of the funniest shows. The funniest shows that ever existed is Seinfeld, pretty much. The Office. Um, Big Bang Theory. Two and a Half Men. I know I'm missing something. Uh, can't recall. Well, here's the movies of some of my collection that I want to just go really quickly through. Good Girl. First movie Jennifer Aniston made. Uh, it was only like a year or two into Friends, but it's a really, really good film, and I recommend it. None of these films are wasting your time. Breakfast Club, everybody's seen it, but if you didn't see it, you should definitely see it. It's a really, really good film. Then we got Young Guns. Now, Young Guns 2 is basically, I think, the best Western ever made. People would disagree with me on that, but personally, I do believe that Young Guns 2 was the best. This is Young Guns 1, but Young Guns 2 was the best Western I thought was ever made. Maybe I have a generational gap, and that's the reason why I'm saying that. Then we got Wedding Crashers. This one is extremely funny. A very, very funny movie. It's definitely very funny, and you got a good laughs out of it. Then we got Beetlejuice. Now, Beetlejuice is it's an older film. It's about 20 years old, and Alex Baldwin's first movie, I think. But the Beetlejuice is played by Michael Keaton. He's just completely brilliant. I mean, he's hilarious. It's funny, but it's really got some good comedy in it. So I highly recommend it. Then we got Fargo. Fargo is basically a detective story that happened in Minnesota, but it's a brilliant film. I mean, it is just intellectually just awesome, and I highly recommend this film. Okay, and then I have Anchorman, which I'm not a big fan of Anchorman, but everybody else is. So basically, this is a really good film, and the majority of people think it's really funny. I don't think it's that funny, but most people do. So if you missed that, Anchorman 1 and Anchorman 2. Then I got Bernie, which I think is an excellent movie. It was a really, really good movie. You must watch this one. This one is definitely worth the watch. So I highly recommend this one. Then we got The Informant, which is really, really good movie. Never seen a movie quite like this. And it just shows how a guy could be in such denial, but at the same time, kind of be a crook in a way. Then we got this one, a real old one, Three Amigos, which is hilarious. I think SNL made it. It's a great film. It'd still be funny today. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, old movie. Most people have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, or if it was made before you were born, I definitely recommend Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's really funny and a heartfelt film. Then I got Zombieland. Zombieland is basically the first zombie movie, one of the first zombie movies on the side of Shaun of the Dead, but it's really, really good, well written, and it's funny too. It's comical. Then really old, Mallrats, basically, really, really good movie. It's funny. It's got a lot of good gestures in it, and I highly recommend it. Then we got Shaun of the Dead. I highly recommend Shaun of the Dead. It's funny. It's good. It's a cult classic. One of the first zombie movies. So I recommend it. Then we basically have The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, which go together like Abbott and Costello. They're making a part 2, so part 1 was really good, and I highly recommend it. It's really, really funny, and they work well together, by the way. And then Deuce Bigalow, Made Gigolo. This one's an old one, but it's really, really funny. It makes you feel good. It pretty much explains that everybody's got something wrong with them, and everybody's got some burden to bear, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. Okay, and then I got Lucy, which is a really, really good film. It's a lot like Limitless, where she gets a drug in her, and then it increases her brain capacity. but it's got more action. It's just a really exciting film, basically. And that's the end of my movie review. I just wanted to give you pretty much all in my movie collection that I have right now as is.